Buckets. That's the name of my boat, Buckets.
Buckets. What we get.
Not the only transfer we got from Florida. Keith Stone, too. Remember that.
Everybody who watches his show on a regular basis knows my love of the stretch four.
You know, we all make mistakes. He might have made one going to
It's
Tallahassee.
mercy if y'all don't know. Dribble to the left, cross over to the right. Hurricane to the game, many buckets for the night. Matt with the pick and roll, Melissa with the give and go. This Shally-oo, pretty girl dunking in the hole. Check the scoreboard, this what we fall for. Beat the gameplay, they want an encore. Yeah, overtime for another round. It's buckets after buckets, baby. You out of time. It's buckets. What it is, homie, it's buckets. Woo! We get buckets. Yeah, baby, buckets.
I have no shame.
I know. That's the problem.
You guys are awesome.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Buckets. I'm Matt. He's Vish. She's Melissa. It's a post-game Buckets. Melissa, how we feeling?
I'm hungry, so forgive me eating a Pop-Tart while we do the show. We just got back from the lot. So I was trying to scarf down a Pop-Tart, but didn't finish it in time. Vish, it's been all of 10 minutes since I've seen you. How are you?
Yeah, no, lots happened in those 10 minutes. So, yeah, things have changed.
That really long drive home. Vish literally lives across the street from me.
Across the street.
It's like across the street, and then you're like the second building of the two.
I have to make like 5 turns. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, it's a very big street. Matt, how's it going?
Good. Pretty good.
Since Matt started following more of the women's team because he's been done with high school coaching, we've been on a win streak.
You're welcome.
So, the Canes played Pittsburgh tonight, won 79-58. We were a point away from getting free empanadas. So every game, me and Vish laugh at this because they always say if the Lady Canes score 80 points, everyone gets free empanadas, and we never score 80 points. We were like 5 points away from with like a minute and a half to go to get 80 points, and we only scored 79.
Damn. That's tough.
Yeah, and usually it's not even close because, 80 points is a lot to score. I think we probably, I don't know what we averaged, it's got to be in the 60s, if that. And so this is the first time we've really actually gotten close. And yeah, Rachi dribbled. There's no way she heard this. Rachi's dribbling the clock out with like 20 cents, like, we need a point for empanadas. I'm screaming at her.
We were like, shoot.
Do something.
Yeah. We wanted it. We'd never done it before. Within like the first 2 minutes of the game, everyone got free Shake Shack because if the other team misses 2 free throws on an attempt, everyone gets a free burger. So
yeah, they got fouled in the first 2 minutes of the game and missed both free throws. That was done. That promotion paid in record time.
But we were a point away. Do you know what flavor Pop-Tart I'm eating?
Brown sugar cinnamon. Oh.
I can't even name a flavor of Pop-Tart.
Strawberry frosted. This is the last piece, and then I'm done. I was really hungry. Sorry, guys.
Wow.
Anyway, so it was senior day. That is that was the end of the women's home schedule. That's the 4th win in a row. Look, a couple of things. Pitt is absolute dog shit. So, you gotta.
They have one ACC win, and that one ACC win is against Boston College, who also only has one ACC win.
Yeah, but beyond that, just as an example, last year we won 3 or 4 games in conference and just missed the we were like the last team out of the ACC tournament, I think, on a tiebreaker. This team does not like know how to do simple things like dribble and pass. Like, and I'm not talking about like, I mean, just dribbling the ball down the court. Like they struggle to do those things. So it was atrocious. With that said, you know, when we were watching the teams warm up, I was like, they don't really have the size at all.
Vish really looked at me. He's like, they look small.
I was like, Shay should be able to kick their ass. And did she ever? You know, often on senior nights, you see players struggle with a little bit. She came out from the opening jump. I put up a career high on senior night inefficiently, too. It wasn't like she was shot on.
Yep, 14 of 18,
the opponent
14 of 18 from the floor.
Yeah,
36 points, 8 of 11 from the free throw line, 13 rebounds, an assist, a foul, a turnover in 27 minutes.
Yeah, no, she was excellent. And again, it's sometimes hard for seniors to, like, her family was there and stuff. It's last time she's going to play here. And yeah, but she just took that game over. I mean, that thing was over 5 minutes in because she was just like, you can't do anything if you drive in. Like, they were all scared of her every time they went in the lane. They'd throw wild crap up because they didn't want her to stuff the back of their face. She put her fingerprints all over this game, and they had nothing for her, and that was basically it.
Multiple times they'd drive the lane and they would like fall away and shoot because she was there. I will say though, number 8 on Pitt, who's not even a starter, had 27 points, 9 of 18, 8 of 16 from 3. How much? What was the final? 58. She had 27, so close to half of the team's points. She needs to hit the portal.
Yeah, we could use that shooting. I was looking up her stats at halftime to see if there's like sometimes players. It's an anomaly. No, she shoots 36% from 3, 83% from the line. She's from Spain. She should be down here speaking Spanish. I don't know what she's doing in Pittsburgh, but
yeah,
she's a junior, so she's got eligibility. I think we need to add some shooting to the roster next year and just make that move.
She hit like 3 in a row at one point.
Yeah, towards the end after we emptied the bench. She hit 3 in a row and then she airballed one, and then the band starts screaming airball. I'm like, don't do that.
I was like, there's got to be airball rules. When the person's hit like 7 threes and keeps making them all and then airballs one, I don't think you can break out the airball.
Yeah, that's the most annoying. Or like if someone gets fouled and they call an airball or something, it's some wild shit, man.
Matt, what stood out to you during the game?
No, I mean, they had a lot of trouble bringing up the ball. Press looked pretty good, I guess. I mean, it's hard to judge it because you could tell a lot of them were scared or not scared, but like couldn't really put the ball on the floor. A lot of dribbling with their head down and whatnot. Forced some turnovers, but Kyle was really good, and I mean, she took advantage of the mismatches down low because I mean, it was like one dribble and I'm just going up and you can't do anything about it. It wasn't.
I've noticed in the past and didn't see that today. She sometimes rushes. Like when she gets positioned, she needs to like gather and take her time in there. She gets in trouble when she rushes her shot up and kind of seems to lose her footing or lose her, I guess, her touch. And just misses like these should be easy shots for someone her height. Today, like you said, it was a lot less of that and a lot more kind of just making the move and laying the ball in. Like not because she wasn't worried at all about it getting blocked or any of that. So it was like that little bit of like taking that beat and then just going up with it versus like all the extra crap she sometimes gets into trouble with. Didn't see any of that. She knew there was no defending. We had nothing for her, so she could basically take her time.
You called it before the game, though. Vish was like, he's like, Shay needs to have a big night. They're small, and we saw it right away.
Yeah, I also said we're gonna win by 20 plus. Just like we knew they weren't.
I mean, they were missing their like main scorer too, right?
I have no idea.
I don't know, but they had a short bench. There weren't.
Yeah, they were missing a few players, I think. But
they had 4 people. Like according to the box score, 4 people off the bench got into the game. That was their entire bench.
Yeah.
But also just watching them work. Okay, so not to disparage your side profession here, Matt, but like they were goofing off a little in their warm-ups. I'm like, you guys suck. Shouldn't you take this seriously? And like, do they practice? Like, honestly, it looks like they didn't practice. This is a Power 4 conference team that cannot dribble the ball up the court, that can't make 3 passes without turning it over. Like that shouldn't be happening. Like this is not like when you're playing like those games in like November against like where's that college? Like this is Pitt. Like they should be able to at least do basic basketball stuff. I mean, that was embarrassing on their part. We took advantage. Like we swarmed them. We forced some of it. Definitely credit to our team for just coming out and dominating because you can get into trouble if you leave teams in the game, especially the way number 8 on their team was shooting. Like if it ended up being like you said at the end, and she had 3 threes in a row, so it could have to 20. Like if you let them hang around, that could have been a problem, right? But so we definitely just came out and jumped them, and really they made a little run at the end of the first quarter, and that was it. It was not that game was never really competitive, but you know, for a Power 4 team to play like that, it's freaking embarrassing. Like as much as we're critical of our teams, like if we ever showed up and played a game like that, I'd be in Radakovich's office for me like, man, what the hell? Like
they almost lost. They almost lost to BC. They only beat BC by like 3, I think. And BC's entire athletic program is like.
I mean, they've been Blake James.
It's been run by Blake James.
They have the. I don't know if you saw. I put it in
the amount of money they fundraised though has been impressive.
Yeah, they're also broke, but
yeah.
But I mean, hiring that ignorant was terrible. If that guy couldn't even be like decent at Miami, what the hell was he going to do at BC in the same? Like, I don't know what they were thinking, but their football team. I showed Melissa before. Their football team, I think, was second from last. Their women's team is in last. I think
the men's team was like
third
second from last or third from last.
They were showing. I don't know. I put this in the buckets chat. Like there was literally no one at their game. Their men's.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Which is like unheard of. It's like
it went viral on Twitter.
Yeah.
Anyway, but back to this. Like, I mean, Pitt's gonna.
By the way, the men play the Boston College men's team on Saturday.
Yeah, no, they're on a winning streak. They won the last game.
We're gonna talk about the men in a few minutes, but let's quickly talk more about the women. So Kyle, 36 points, 13 boards. That's her 16th double of the season. Anae Adams had 4 points but 10 boards in true Anae Adams fashion. More boards than points. She's everywhere. Wetzel only had 2 points, 5 boards, but she was wreaking havoc on the press because she can run the floor and it's athletic. And Pitt doesn't know how to break a press, but they had issue with her size. She
had a lot of deflections.
The balls. Yeah. Raviv had 14. Kimson had 12. A few players off the bench also scored. But I mean, it was the Roshea Kyle show.
Tinder shows violence.
Yeah.
People left her. I don't know what that was.
I wanted her, and at halftime, maybe into the third quarter. I don't even know when. I turned to Vish because we were up so much, and I'm like, I want to see Shea attempt a 3. And so towards like the beginning and middle of the fourth quarter, because I knew they were going to take her out. Like at one point, she got the ball on top of the key, and I was like, shoot it, but she didn't. I really want to. We were up. I'm like, it'd be cool to see our center, who honestly is our best free throw shooter, shoot a 3. Like that's quite the luxury to have when your center is your best free throw shooter.
I mean, we let Norchad throw up those bricks in like competitive situations. I don't see why Shea couldn't have taken one.
Yeah, I wanted her to shoot a 3, but no. I mean, Pitt's really bad, but we did what we were supposed to do. We destroyed them. But I'm so mad about that 1 point. I want an 80.
But I also think, at least over the last few games, we've kind of seen the rotation settle down a little bit. Like Natalie is definitely getting the most minutes at the 4 spot, and she should be. She's been the best player there for a while. I think that's helped. And you know, and I think because we're scoring better, we've actually seen Vicky get crowded out of the rotation a little bit. She's still playing, but not nearly as much because literally there were points in the season where we had to put her in to shoot 3-pointers because it's the only way we could score. We don't really need that anymore because we're playing a little bit more fluid offensively. So you really obviously seeing Meredith get more of those minutes, actually. Not that Vicky's not playing, but she was essentially a co-starter for a lot of this year. I think they've actually the starting 5 is getting a lot more minutes together, and I think that's helped because
they all play 24 plus.
Yeah, they're on the court together a lot, and so I think that's helped limit the turnovers because now they're like we were doing all these like hockey line changes. It's like they're not comfortable playing together. I think we've kind of stabilized that rotation. And look, this game, I mean, look, it was basically a scrimmage, but this is the fourth win in a row. And Sunday's game, like Cal's ahead of us in the standings, and thoroughly played really good basketball in that game too. So I think the team's peaking. Next game is at Georgia Tech on Sunday to conclude the regular season. That's a tough one, but chance to get to 500 in the ACC, and that's nothing to dismiss out of hand. It's a good. It's not where we wanted to be when the season started, but
yeah, we're gonna be the 9 or the 10 seed depending.
We're not gonna be the 9. We're not gonna get up that high. I don't think we can, right?
We have the tiebreaker with Cal though, so if we win and they lose,
I thought the highest we get was 10th. There's too many freaking teams in this conference. Hold on.
Are you checking it?
Yes, I am.
Because we discussed this, we were looking it up before the game. So I'm hoping number 8 from from Pitt hits the portal. Viegas. She would fit in good in Miami.
Shooter.
She's from Malaga, Spain. We should be able to handle that pretty easily. Yeah, no, Cal's in 10th right now.
Oh, okay.
But that's a huge difference because the top 9 get buys.
Yeah.
We cannot get a buy. We are playing next Tuesday in the ACC tournament.
Yeah. But hey, it's progress. We didn't even
We're playing in our white jerseys though, so that's
we didn't make the ACC tournament last year, so
no, we'll be the higher seed in the first game.
Yeah.
And
we got our West Coast revenge though.
Oh man.
We beat both Stanford and Cal. Matt's happy about that.
Yeah. Honestly, screw Cal.
Okay, so right now we're to your point, Melissa. We're a half game behind Cal in the standings. We obviously have the tiebreaker with them. That would move us to potentially 10th. They're playing Clemson at 10 p.m. So we'll see what happens with that. And then Georgia Tech's right behind us. So, we're playing on Sunday. So those things could move around.
We just gotta win. Just
But
gotta
those
win.
things, like we lose that, we could drop. If we win that, Clemson's a better team than Cal. If they win that game, then we can move all the way up to 10th, like you said, and get an easier first
Easier
team
team to play. Who would we play? Who's in that last spot getting in?
Right now, it is. I think it was FSU, right?
Yeah, last time we played them, it didn't go well.
I was looking at schedules. Well, that was the worst game played all year. Oh, right now it's Wake Forest by a half game. FSU is playing. No. Oh, they're playing at Duke right now. They must be getting killed. Yep, they're down 30. So, so yeah, they're not. So they'll be tied with Wake. I'm not sure of the tiebreaker. So it looks like it'll probably be one of those two teams anyway, because we're sitting in that 10-11 spot. The lowest we could finish is 12th, and then we play the 13th seed, which is Stanford right now. So again, we're looking at Stanford, Florida State, and Wake Forest will be the opponent.
We've beaten all of them.
Yeah.
But we also lost to FSU once.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And then if we win, we're looking at the top of the conference. So Duke, Louisville, or North Carolina. So
Duke destroyed us.
Well, actually, that'd be 2 rounds. Hold on. I forgot. So we're looking at Notre Dame, who also destroyed us. VT potentially. All the teams we lost to essentially have the buys there. So it would be Syracuse, VT, or Notre Dame in the next round if we were to win. But anyway, long waited to get to that.
Well, we won't count our tickets.
We did beat VT. That was one where we had that massive comeback.
What happened?
That's our best win. We won at Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
They're a bubble team. That was where we had that huge comeback. We were down big and then came all the way back and won
Yep.
in overtime.
Do we want to talk men's? I'm gonna pull up the box score from the other night.
Yeah, we were down 13. We were down 16 at the half, 13 heading into the fourth quarter of that Virginia Tech game on the one. You know, they'll love to see us get revenge. Actually, they had a 99% win probability chance with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They're up 15, and we came out and won.
All right. So the men played in Tallahassee a couple of days ago. Load. We won. Trey Donaldson had a nice homecoming. The final was 83-73. Let's see. Donaldson had 21, 6-6. Renew 23-12. Henderson 10-6. Uda 7-7. Allen had 8. True Washington had 11-7. And Malvit continues to be a 3-point sniper, shooting 1 of 5 from 3. Big game. It was a big game for us. Everyone knows, anyone that follows hoops at all knows, for whatever reason, we have issues beating FSU every year. We've only had 1 win against them since 2018 until the other night. And that was in Tallahassee, our Final Four year, 2023. So not only that, but most sites are saying with that win, we're pretty much a tournament lock. I'm not comfortable yet. But it was one of, we have 3 games left now. That was one of our winnable games. Where did we say this on air, where we feel like if we can just go 2-2, we should be good? Or
Yeah, I think we're in. I don't think there's
at this point where a lot of sites are saying we're a lock. We're fighting for tournament seeding, ACC tournament seeding.
Yeah, and we're in third, and we're game up on NC State, North Carolina, and Clemson are all tied.
And the top 4 get a double bye.
Yeah. So yeah, take care of business here, and then at SMU is not easy, but
no, we have Boston College at home, which should be a win. At SMU is not easy, and then Louisville at home. It's good at its home, but Louisville is going to be a tough team also. So
yeah.
What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, no, I think based on the bracketology people I follow on Twitter, it seems that I've seen a few that say that we're a lock. But the main guys I follow say that if we get 1 more win, we're 100% in. But I mean, either way, you got to take care of business. I mean, losing to Boston College at home would be a
really bad loss.
Terrible loss, and I'd be concerned about momentum going into the ACC tournament and stuff. So you have two other difficult games as well, and you just got to get it done. But just speaking to the FSU game, I mean, did a solid enough job defensively where I think they shot 29% from 3 or something.
FSU?
Yeah.
8.6% from 3.
Yeah. So, and I mean, that's something that they really try to establish. They got a lot of guys that can shoot it. I think it's over half their shots are from 3. So, there's the potential for them to essentially beat anyone if they get hot. I thought just some negatives. Well, just one negative, just kind of struggle with turnovers, different moments. I thought it was because we were trying to play a little bit too out of control, letting the rivalry get to us. Malik had some turnovers. I think Shelton had some turnovers too, off of the drives, forcing them and stuff. But I mean, you found a way to get it done, and you got it done. Had 16 offensive rebounds. They only had 7. And then Trey kind of took over to end the game offensively. So found a way to get it done on the road. And, it's tough to do in the ACC this year. And I think Florida State's a lot better team than when we first played them. So at least playing a lot better. So
Yeah, our loss of them doesn't look as bad.
No, it's bad. Like we shouldn't have lost to that shit team at home. So they're playing better now. They're still like under 500. They're not a good basketball team. I agree with pretty much everything Matt just said. We didn't play great. We played physical, which we always do, and played hard, and they suck. And we eventually just pulled away because they stink. Like they were on a bit of a winning streak, but if you look at their season, like they're not. There was no excuse for losing that game to them at home. If we might, if we don't finish in the top 4 in the ACC, it's going to be because we yacked to that game. But like to Matt's point, just a lot of, I would say, unforced things. I think we'd be looking at this game a little bit differently if we hadn't been random, just for whatever reason, consistently losing games to FSU. So now, like, I think there's a sigh of relief that we won, but like that game was competitive way longer than it needed to be, and it was because we were doing stupid shit. Like that play that Shelton got hurt on was because Malik threw the dumbest pass I've ever seen.
I've kind of noticed that he like has a tendency.
He was just running down the court. I don't know why Malik tried to throw it to him there, and then he stopped and tried and come back to the ball, and that's when his knee kind of buckled. And
He goes through flashes though where he throws some like really questionable passes, like especially when he gets like double teamed or whatever, and that's something like moving forward just got to be more on top of it, because we're so good because we create extra possessions because we, are really good offensive rebounding, forcing turnovers and whatnot. But yeah, that's something that's going to bite you in the ass when you play against some of these better teams in the ACC tournament and. Hopefully March Madness too, or in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas mentioned in his presser too that he was not happy about the turnovers. I don't know that we've had that many turnovers in a game at all this season. That might be the highest. I'd have to look it up. But to get the win was nice. But Vish is right. Like if we hadn't had our issues with Florida State over the years, we may be a little bit more negative, but. Sometimes you just got to find a way to win on the road. But we're very lucky that Shelton wasn't seriously injured because we do not have the depth for any of that top 6 to go down.
Oh.
So I love how Twitter was overreacting, saying he tore his ACL. That was fun.
It wasn't Twitter. It was one.
No, there were a few people that were talking about. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
It
might have
came
just
out.
torn his
It
ACL."
came out of that.
Huh?
It came out of that doofus who immediately said ACL tear ? Anyway, and then spent the next 10 minutes overreacting to it and didn't notice that. I mean, he's sitting at the scores table for 2 minutes where it's prayer circle. I'm like, he's checking back in. Anyway.
Yeah, no, we can't. This team does not have the depth to be losing any of that top 6. So the starters plus True Washington. Yeah, Shelton came back and played the end of the game, so I assumed he was fine. But
well, sometimes those things can swell up or something. And frankly, if you had any concern, you're gonna hold him.
You don't let him play the rest of the game now. So
No, also, let's for further evaluation. It's probably useful to rest it. I mean, this is the game to do that. BC at home.
Yeah.
So the
good news also is that Renew played. There was questions about his hand because he dislocated his thumb, but luckily no fracture or anything. It just popped out. They popped it back in, so that's good. Because we don't have the players for this. The guys need to stay healthy. Uda was at the women's game. He cranked the siren for the second half, and it's just do not expend extra energy unless you are playing.
What if we pull something doing the siren? We're screwed.
Don't pull it.
This
He
for
was
40
going,
minutes. What are we
full
doing?
force on it.
I was I don't want. It needs to be in bubble wrap. No one go near him. We don't need an injury. I was that's too much. That's too much physical activity in this situation.
So, Matt, what did you see watching the game?
I pretty much said it.
Besides the turnovers.
Trey was a dog. The one thing I will say is being in different group chats, just being on Twitter, like guys make mistakes, right? Players, these are kids, right? Like, I think the thing that bugs me is like Trey has been like so huge for this team. He plays so hard. And it's just like the constant like scrutiny for someone that's like playing at an all ACC first team level is like amazing to me. Like, you could argue he's our best player. Like, if you look at advanced stats, like offensive efficiency, defensive efficiency with him on the floor and whatnot and everything, you could make that argument. And I mean, no matter what, he's been huge for us, and it's just crazy for me to see.
Yeah, they really do nitpick Trey a lot.
Mhm.
I mean, not comparing it, but sort of comparing it. Like last season, like we were terrible, and like the only guy who legit played and cared was Matthew Cleveland, and people
Yeah.
just continued to just go off on him if he missed a shot. And I'm like, you do realize the only reason why we're not losing by 50 is because he's scoring 20 a game. Like, what are we talking about? But no, they do. Like, if Trey misses a 3 or something, they're like, oh, what is he doing? Blah blah blah. Like,
I think it's ignorance on basketball. Look, we are a flawed team,
very.
and our best bet is Renew fucking around with the basketball and finding a way to get a shot up, Trey jacking up shots, and Shelton running over people. That is our best, and it works. Because they're all good at that, but it's flawed. Like, it is what it is. Like, I think people are delusional in terms of like what we can. I mean, we see this over the years too. Like, not just with this team; it's all of our. Like, we've never had, a team where it's like, oh yeah, all the players are going to the NBA, and like, no, we've always had our stars have always been flawed, and like you said, Matt, we nitpick the shit out of it. It's like these are. Like, this is not the number, like the number one pick in the draft is not here. Like, we don't have that level of star. So our stars all have worths, but you gotta let them play their game.
Yeah.
I know you'll always hear me saying, just shoot the ball when you're open. I'm like, because we can't do better than that.
We're exceeding expectations. The media picked us to finish 8th, and we're currently sitting in 3rd.
I picked us to finish worse than that. But
yeah, no, all 3 of us did.
Well, I picked us to finish. I was like, yeah, hopefully we make the ACC tournament. But anyway,
I mean, I said in the 10
no,
to 12.
I was definitely the worst on the predictions. But I mean, we've seen that with like all of our like. We'll be in the fucking NCAA tournament in like the Sweet 16, and someone's missing jumpers. Like, why is that guy shooting? I'm like, how the fuck do you think we got here? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I remember when like Angel Rodriguez, like he was like an inconsistent 3-point shooter, but he sure as shit needed to shoot. Or we weren't going to score enough. And yeah, you live and die with that. And he carried us. He beat the shit out of Fred VanVleet and schooled him and won the fucking first game. And then he was bricking shots against Villanova, who couldn't miss and end up winning the championship. They're like, who let this dude? I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? Like, how do you think we got to this stage? Like, that's our only option. Like, we're never going to have that team that's like perfect. Like,
honestly, I think the closest to perfect we've come, I gotta say again, in my favorite team, the 2012-2013 team. I think that was the most rounded team we've ever had.
But not a single player on that team is like, I guess Larkin got like a cup of coffee. Davon Reed was he starting on that team? Was he on that team?
Davon Reed, 2012.
No, he was the next one. Davon Reed was the one with.
No, 2012.
It was Shane Durand.
Yeah, Trey McKinney,
Trey
Jones.
McKinney.
Like, these guys aren't like, let's be like, get the fuck out of here.
Well,
I think Trey.
Like we had really good guards. We had 3-point shooting. We had a rotation of bigs. And no team's ever perfect. Like every team has their flaws.
No,
but
what I'm saying is that team in an era where everyone was like one and done was old as shit, and that was it. We had 24, 25-year-olds back when no one did that. Like, that was the biggest, like, we had grown men against kids. That's why we used to physically pound on people. Like, that's not a skill. Like, that was not a skilled team. My point is this, like, it's not like Calipari got Anthony Davis for 1 year and won the championship because freaking Anthony Davis is playing center against college kids. Like, we don't have that level of advantage. So you're picking your poison.
Jay,
Like when we
Jay
lost,
Lucas is doing an incredible
Yeah,
job for
we
the
lost to
limited
Marquette. That team
for the
lost to
limited
Marquette.
amount of options that we have.
Yeah, but when that team lost to Marquette, like we missed a bunch. We scored like an obscenely low number of points. I forget what it was, but it was like ridiculous. We just couldn't hit open shots we hit. But it's also like,
Shane Larkin
Yeah.
spent the night vomiting.
yeah, but those are all excuses, right? Like, I mean, we just couldn't make jumpers.
Yeah.
And
It's probably the worst we played since losing to like
it
Indiana
was
State.
terrible shooting. But also, like those guys, it's not like they went on to like shoot 40% from three in the NBA. Like it's not like we had Steph Curry standing out there. It's like I can't believe Steph Curry. No, like it's what it is. And I think the reason our fans are like that is because in football and in baseball, which are the sports that are more embedded in the culture, basketball went away for a long time. We do have that level. Like, yeah, like, this guy will come up and be like, yeah, that guy's definitely going to be in the majors in 3 years.
Yeah, like we don't have a Cam Ward or a Daniel.
Yeah, it's like the number one pick. Like we don't have that level, and I think they take those basketball and those football and baseball things to try to apply to the basketball team. It just doesn't fit.
I love the guy that I got into an argument with on Twitter that told me I must have only started watching hoops this year. I just laughed. I was like, you have no idea. You have no idea who I am.
Yeah, but I mean, bringing it back to this year's team, since we just went on the mother of all tangents. To Matt's point, like we're gonna live and die with Trey shooting, and the worst thing that can possibly happen to us is him stopping shooting because he's missing.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing too. Like, if we're gonna make a run, hypothetically, and we make the tournament, he has to like catch fire if we're gonna beat some of these teams.
Yeah.
I say
That's how it is.
True Washington's 3-point shooting's been looking pretty good the last couple of games.
Yeah, no,
What he needs you know what he needs? He needs to stand on the perimeter and stop driving. Like he's not the playmaker, and when he tries to get into the paint and make a play, he turns it over way too much. He just doesn't really have a way to finish in there. Not as the primary. When he cuts, he's good. Off the ball, he's really good movement-wise. But him taking the ball and trying to make the play off the dribble, like as the primary, he struggles with that a lot. I think he's much better kind of playing off of everyone else.
Matt, because I forget if we've talked about this on the air or not, because me and Vish have. What is your stance on the starting lineup? Do you want to see True back in the starting lineup over Dante, or what do you think?
I don't think it matters. I just think total minutes matter. So like should True be playing more than Dante? Yeah. But I mean, I don't think who starts. I mean, because he subbed in True like 2 minutes at the start, like at the end of the first half, like 2 minutes in or something, wasn't it?
I've only watched the game because I was at work. Vish,
am I wrong? Like, didn't he sub him in pretty quick?
I think he did, but Dante got a lot of minutes still. I'm not sure what the split was, but yeah, we did talk about this on the show.
Yeah. I mean,
with Matt on that, just he should be playing, but also they're all going to have to play a lot because we for the second game in a row did the token Altuntis less than a minute. Like, okay, this guy can't play in this game, and back to the bench he went. Timo's in there basically just to eat some minutes when people are in foul. We really just want these 6-man rotation at this point.
Yeah.
And so they all need to play a lot. But yeah, basically you want Trey, Malik, and although it's hard
he subbed True in right before the 15-minute mark.
Okay. So like 4 or 5 minutes.
Four and change into the first half.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's not about like who starts; it's like who ends the game, right? And I mean, I'm at the point where it's like
the other reason True needs to be on the court at the end of games is because Dante can't make free throws at all, and you can't have a guard that can't make free throws on the court in the game, unfortunately.
I mean, True wasn't True on the court at the end of the game?
He was. Dante did miss a couple of free throws down, and none of it mattered because we were up big enough. But I think that's one of the reasons we don't see Dante on the court really at the end of the games, is because like
He can't.
Even
be.
if he's in there for defensive players, you get the rebound and
Yeah.
you're basically.
I mean, True played 25 minutes. Dante played 23.
I don't know. I feel like True is one of our best on-ball defenders. Although Dante's pretty good too.
Dante's good defensively, and ironically, is like becoming a really good, just like catch and shoot 3-point shooter.
Yeah, I gotta say too. Sorry, but there's a few moments on Twitter where like he was guarding McRae, like great offensive player, like pretty good, and he had some tough finishes like at the basket. But I thought Dante did like all he could defensively. But people are like, oh, Dante can't guard him. Like they're just going at him. Like I mean, he's playing good defense. Just guys are so offensively skilled now that it's like it doesn't matter how good a defense you play, they're gonna score over you. You know?
Yeah, and it's also
casuals.
it's also as a team, we're not good man to man, which it's very hard then to individually, because there's always an element you need to help correctly or even hedge correctly to prevent. Like we don't rotate, like we stay at defense. And just in terms of playing team man-to-man defense. So, like, it's then almost impossible for an individual to just, I'm going to lock this guy down. You know, even when you're doing that in man-to-man, you're still, like, getting help. Like, it's never just, it's not a game of one-on-one. And the other thing is I feel like not let the other team score, but kind of avoid contact because we cannot afford foul trouble. At all.
Renew backs off a lot.
There's definitely a lot of like, I'm not gonna get physical and bump, because a lot of defense is frankly bumping them on their drives to keep them out of. And once they start calling those fouls, you kind of have to stop doing it, because if you get into foul trouble, like we don't have a bench. So I think that, and especially in the second half, the officiating really went their way. They called a ton of fouls on us like immediately. And I think that caused us to have to back off a little bit because, again, we cannot afford foul trouble. So that, I think, colors some of how we defend sometimes. Just like, you can't, if the refs don't let us get physical, we can't afford to pick up those fouls.
We had nine fouls in the second half. Trey had 2, Renew had 1, Shelton had 3, Uda had 1, Allen had 1.
Yeah, but they got into the bonus like very quickly. If you look at the timing of those, and so we kind of then again also putting them on the line for like ticky tack shit is what ended up happening. They shot a lot of free throws in the second half.
We managed to keep the lead.
You just gotta I mean, BC has to be a win. If you lose that, like Matt said, you kill a lot of the momentum. And GP20 Rocks had great bounce back after losing FSU earlier in the year. It's also a big bounce back after losing that heartbreaker at Virginia.
Yeah.
To come back, and it's important that you don't lose that game twice. So that was big to kind of recover and flush that loss and get that win again. Like Matt said, you got to string this together now. This losing at SMU, while not good, is not like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. Losing to Louisville is obviously not. I can't believe that happened. Losing to Boston College is not the stage of the season.
You can't. That would be a terrible loss.
You got to win this and then push it to next week. And next week's a tough week. Going to Dallas, playing SMU, then turning around and playing one of the best teams in the ACC to close the season. That's a tough finish, but. So you got to handle this game and then shift focus. A couple.
Isn't one of the players on Louisville like one of your favorite players, Matt, or is that somebody different?
On Louisville?
Yeah, isn't there a guy on Louisville that you really like?
Louisville.
Or maybe it was somebody else. I could be thinking of somebody else.
I mean, there's a freshman that's pretty good, but. I don't think there's anyone that's like.
Okay, I'm thinking of somebody else. Never mind. Proceed.
No, I mean I like. Is Javon Hadley still on their team, or is he? He was a transfer from. We played him when he was at Colorado, but like I'm not. I just like him because he's a dog. But
Anything else about the men? Should we move into final thoughts?
I have one more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
So Tommy sent me something, bracketology of us playing St. Mary's in the first round. If that happens, oh my god.
That would be awesome. Listen,
That would
for
be
anyone who's
hilarious.
watching or listening, our bracketology show is going to be, I think it's going to be March. Did we decide when it was going to be?
I texted Brendan. He said he's pretty sure he can do
March
that day,
March
so.
17th.
I think that was
Yeah.
the only option because that's the only time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm working the other day, so it's gonna be a late night bracketology. I think it's gonna end up starting like 11 p.m. on March 17th.
It's gonna have to be late because I'm flying
Because
back.
Vish is flying back from DC.
Yeah, honestly, probably like 11:30 even, because I know Brendan, like, the kids go to bed at like 8, so like
Yeah,
probably be
so
perfect.
it'll almost be a midnight buckets, and then just like the last two years, we're gonna do our bracket predictions. Hopefully Brendo and Tommy can make it, the usual guests. So that'll
Tommy
be
doesn't
fun.
have a life; he'll be fine. He'll
But
make it.
no, if Miami plays St. Mary's, that'd be hilarious. So it'll be our first bracketology with Miami in the brackets.
Is it? Oh yeah.
Because we started the show after the Final Four. And we've been
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is the first
we've
time.
been cheeks since this podcast started, so it'll be the first time.
So I have no idea why Brian's chat is showing up at 7:16 a.m.
Oh, that's weird.
But,
That happened.
but he got into a time machine, went back to before I even created the stream, and is tweeting at us about in real time about stuff we're talking about in real time. Are you a wizard? What's happening? Anyway, yeah, no, I think it's probably a lock anyway, but I guess what you don't want to do is lose to BC and then get killed by SMU and Louisville and then lose the first round of the ACC tournament and be something
Yeah.
like on a 4-game losing streak where you've not looked competitive. But this team doesn't really get blown out. So I think you're really talking about them playing or doing something they haven't really shown from a negative standpoint to miss the. I don't. Even then, you'd be like, you'd stack that resume up. It's still
Like honestly, our only
tournament resume. It would literally be getting left out because of vibes.
Yeah.
Like, they're not playing well.
Honestly,
They're
our
still-
only bad loss was FSU. Like, I mean, for the most part, our losses have been to like teams that are actually better than us. So
Yeah, I mean, look, we've also looked at we almost had another similar one against Virginia Tech. Trey had to pull that game out of his ass. Like we were down 5 late in that game when he hit that.
without Ray New.
Yeah. So yeah, with the migraine, but I mean that game was tight the whole way though. So I mean, look, we're flawed, like we said, especially like defensively. We'll go on strings of defense where they just keep scoring, so it's easy for kids to get back in the game in a way. But we're also physical. We play hard the whole game, and the team fights, and so we don't get killed either. So like we don't really get blown out by anyone.
We're always going to be in a game.
Yeah, even the losses we had to UF and BYU were competitive. Like it wasn't like we don't belong on the court with them, and so that I don't think it would just be losing essentially the next 4 games, like the 3 regular season. The first, I think you have to get blown out a couple of times. This team just doesn't do that.
Yeah, that's not their identity. So, final thoughts time.
Let's do it.
I still have the timeout video here, by the way.
So, tomorrow is a special day for us 90s kids. I don't know, you guys, maybe Melissa's into it. I don't know but tomorrow is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon.
Oh,
Yeah. So shout out.
I still have my Pokemon cards in my closet.
You got to
I
go
have
through
the-
them because
I have the complete base set. Poop was very impressed.
wow. Are they in good condition?
Yeah, they've been in a binder this whole time.
Wow.
Yeah,
Definitely
I'm
think
saving
about
them. I'm
getting
hoping in like
graded.
10 years I can pay off my student loans.
There you go. Yeah. So in honor, here's two of my favorite Pokemon. Monica got me these when she was in Japan.
Wait, hold on. We're giving you the full
You should
screen
have
grade.
told me you were gonna do this because I would have pulled out my favorite Pokemon card.
Oh, you should have.
You didn't tell me you were doing this.
I decided like a minute ago to do this.
But I love Gengar. Gengar is one of my favorites.
Gengar is legit.
I like the whole
My favorite.
char. I like the whole
So-
char line. So Charmeleon, Charmander, and Charizard.
So I have that Gengar, and then Monica got me this one too.
Oh my god, it's massive. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Remind me for next show. I will pull out my Pokemon cards. And we will. Well, we have a whole off season to do that, so maybe.
Yeah. No, we can. Yeah. Oh, I have that, and then I forgot I have this too. It's for my phone. Like you can.
I'm assuming Gengar is your favorite.
Yeah, Gengar is my favorite.
I
It's
like,
pretty-
like I said, I like all the chars.
Gengar and Arcanine, and then there's some newer Pokemon that but Charmeleon is sick.
Gengar is probably in my top 3, if not top 5.
We do Mount Rushmore Pokemon, and Vish will just sit there because he's probably like not interested at all.
I wish I had kept all those booster packs when I was a kid sealed because I could make so much money. My mom,
Right.
In the 90s, my mom bought me a Charizard from like a card show for $100 and it completed my base set. I remember her buying that for me because I never
Oh my
pulled it.
God.
I pulled a Venusaur, never got a Bulbasaur or a Charizard. She ended up buying them for me to complete my base set.
That's awesome.
And then I started collecting the next one. I think I was like halfway through Jungle, and then like I went to middle school and stopped.
They're remaking they're releasing Fire Red and Leaf Green again tomorrow for the 30th
I need to get like
anniversary.
a little Charizard or Charmeleon like plushie or something for my desk so we can battle
You
Pokemon
should.
on air. So I gotta see if I have any Gengars. Was he in the base set?
Yeah, it should be.
Oh look, I'll have to. It's like literally in the bottom of my my box of stuff when my mom moved out of my childhood home. I have like 2 containers of stuff that I got from her house, and like the Pokemon binder is like at the bottom of it with my Tickle Me Elmo. So the battery's dead, but I still have it.
That's awesome.
That'll be a show for the off season. We can do like what 90s stuff do we still have? My mom threw out my Pogs.
Oh my god, my sisters had so many Pogs.
We might have to do a 90s show.
I don't know if I have any of my shit.
I'm trying to think of what other 90s stuff I have.
If you didn't have to go in like 5 minutes, I would totally go right now and dig through my stuff to get me the Pokemon cards. But I'll grab them and we can do that.
You gotta save it for another show. That's gonna be
That'll
a
be
bonus
another
show.
But in the meantime, I gotta order like a Charizard.
Next time I get food poisoning, that's a good topic for the 2 of you.
There you go.
Well, I'm hosting and throwing up backstage. You can do your
GP20
Pokemon.
Rock is gonna tune in for our off-season Pokemon show. You know what we gotta do? If we do a Pokemon show, we gotta get Coop on here.
Oh, is he all about it?
Oh yeah.
I
His
still
favorite is
collect the
Haunter.
cards, right?
What?
I still collect the cards.
Oh no, he's big. His favorite is Haunter. Actually, when he came down a couple years ago for the Clemson game, I was like, "Yo, you want to see my old Pokemon collection?" And he didn't think it was gonna be that much. And then I was like, "Yeah, I have the whole base set." And he was like, "What the?" And he went through it, and I had like 2 Haunters or something from the set, and so I gave him one. And he took a few other duplicates that I had that he didn't have. He collects. So if we do a Pokemon show, we should get him on because he has a legit collection.
Yeah, Monica gave me some of her. These are like from her binder, but they're not
I
in
wonder,
the best
do I still
condition, but
have
they're
the-
still really cool.
When did we play Clemson? That was 23? 24? 23. Do I still have? Let me see. I'm looking to see. Oh, yeah. I don't know if this is going to show up on the camera, but you see how he's holding Matt.
Yeah.
See,
Oh,
these
yeah.
are cards that I gave him.
That's awesome.
Even a hollow Clefairy because I had 2 of them.
Wow.
Yeah, see? I think Matt's somewhat shocked that I collected Pokemon back in the day.
No, I'm not surprised. Just because I'm surprised you still have them though. That's the more surprising.
They ended up under my desk in my old bedroom in my mom's house, and I forgot about them. And then when we were cleaning stuff out for her to move back in 2020, I found them, and she was gonna toss them, and I told her no, they might be worth money one day because I know I have the whole base set, like it's from the 90s. So I still have them. Yeah, they're in a box. Like I said, next to my Tickle Me Elmo and some of my yearbooks. So, but I'll dig through them. And then we'll do an off-season show. GP20 will have to tune in for that, and then I'll get Coop on here, and Vish can just sit here and be bored.
Yeah, there you go.
Vish, you don't have a favorite '90s fad?
I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I'm sure I could. I don't think I have the stuff on me anymore. Like we could do it. We could do it. Definitely do a Mount Rushmore. I could name 4 things.
We'll have to. Me and Matt are gonna do our Mount Rushmore, Mount Trashmore of Pokemon.
Yeah, let's do it.
There's a try. I don't even know anything about this, to be honest.
You don't have like a Beanie Baby collection somewhere, Vish?
My best friend in elementary school collected Beanie Babies, and I thought they were the stupidest thing ever. Like, there would be fights at McDonald's because they would give them away in the Happy Meals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Biggest ripoff ever is the Monopoly McDonald's thing. Because you know they weren't making the third one of whatever the set was to win, like, the $1 million or whatever. So, all right.
All right.
We went off onto a Pokemon tangent with final
real
thoughts.
quick before we go, I do want to shout out my dad. For those of you that know me or talk about this on Twitter, my dad's in academia, retired from the University of Miami, still a professor emeritus. So he on Monday is receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award. He's very well known in his field. He's one of the worldwide experts. He has a Wikipedia page because of his contributions to marketing, but he's receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award from a school in India, and they're also renaming a center after him. So it's going to be a Pursurman Center for Citizen-Centric Service and Excellence at this university.
Wow.
And there's a banquet and all this. Wish I could be there with him, but it is in India and I couldn't get away, but I did want to congratulate him. And also for all you Miami people, when they announce him, it is Emeritus Professor and James W. McLemore Chair Emeritus of the University of Miami. So the school gets the pub too, but congratulations to my dad. I'm always proud of him, but special occasion to state that. So Dad, I'm proud of you.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. Shout out to Vish's dad, who also was like one of the nicest human beings ever, and I swear is always smiling.
Really? Because I can tell you sometimes where I did some stupid crap where he wasn't.
Shout out to him, and then also shout out to Vish's mom, who came up with the recipe for the banana bread that I tried in College Station for the first time, which was absolutely amazing. And twice now, Vish has shown up to pick me up for something with loaves of banana bread. Because I told his mom that I liked it, and now she's like, oh, here. So, Vish has awesome parents. But shout out to Pokemon and the 30th anniversary.
Shout out. Me and Matt just found a great off-season topic. Men play Boston College on Saturday at 2 p.m. Women play Georgia Tech Sunday
at 2 p.m. also.
Sunday at 2 p.m. also at Georgia Tech. Yeah. If you're in the Miami area and you hate the Florida Gators, big baseball series this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Miami versus Florida. Both teams,
sold out.
It's well, watch it on TV or buy a scalp ticket. I don't know. Big series. Both teams are ranked. Florida's kind of had our number the last few years, so we'll see what happens.
I'm gonna mess them up. They come to the light.
Canes baseball's 10-0. They just had a massive comeback when they get last night. Down 7-4 in the 9th inning. Ended up winning 11-7. Shout out to Jake Ogden, my favorite player. That being said, cue the Sox outro. Don't cry. Keep it chill. Wear good socks.